Hello there. I just watched the first two episodes of Kenobi on Disney Plus, and I feel like I consumed way too many death sticks. All right, so this is a mixed bag, this Obi-Wan Kenobi series. It's two episodes. The first one's 48 minutes. The second one is 35 minutes. The first one starts off okay for a few minutes and then slowly gets worse. And the first episode is much better than the second because there are two annoying characters. And my God, in the second episode, they are both annoying me. This is going to be a spoiler-free review. I'm going to give you the rundown right now. Here's the intro, and everything you need to know is in the trailer. All right, so I'm just going to say this, all right? So the Inquisitors come to Tatooine. Obi-Wan is on Tatooine, right? And something is going to get Obi-Wan Kenobi off Tatooine on a little adventure, I guess. And Reva the Inquisitor, the insufferable Inquisitor, is going to be hot on his heels. Yeah. All right, so in this series already, there are a lot of WTF moments. Serious WTF moments. So you want to subscribe because I'm going to be doing videos where we get to talk about those moments sooner, much sooner rather than later, okay? Because we got to go through these things because I just don't think the story makes any sense. It's very forced, and this dialogue is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's exposition. People talk way too much. There's a value in remaining silent sometimes, and just, you don't have to be talking all the time. So bad dialogue, bad script, and bad story. And two annoying characters. That happened to be female, by the way. Two insufferable characters. Other than that, Obi-Wan is delightful. All right, whenever Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor's on the screen, or Joel Egerton as Owen Lars, or there's a third character I can think about that I can't tell you who it is, whenever they're on the screen, I'm like, oh, this is feeling like a Star Wars movie, one of the prequels. Okay, I'm down with that. And whenever they're not on the screen, I'm feeling like Book of Boba Fett bad vibes. Like, oh my God, no. So, yeah, unfortunately, Obi-Wan Kenobi can't be on the screen the entire time. Episode 1 starts off with a really cool scene. I really loved it. It's 2 minutes, but I was like, oh my God, this is cool. All right. They learned their lesson from the Book of Boba Fett. We're going to get some good stuff. Really good scene. And then the next scene is the Inquisitors arriving on Tatooine. Okay, you see this in a trailer. I'm not spoiling things for you. And it's on my big screen. It looks beautiful. This big threatening ship coming in, the shadow over the village. But then the ship lands, the door opens, and then all these cosplayers come out of the ship. And they look absolutely ridiculous. There's the Asian Inquisitor. He looks pretty good. He's probably the best of the bunch. And then we got the Grand Inquisitor. This guy is just fat. Sorry, I'll say it. He's like the cosplayer that, he's trying, but he really should spend more time in the gym than, watching Star Wars. And everyone's like, oh, that dude's not really fitting in his uniform very well. He's that guy. He looks like a joke. And then I think the third one is Reva. And Reva, right off the bat, it looks like she went and bought a Darth Vader costume and just didn't decide to wear the helmet. And she's just like, it's like the day of a con. You go buy a Darth Vader costume, slap it on, and look, I'm here. And then they just half-assed it. Beyond the story being very forced and contrived and the bad dialogue, the truly worst thing about these first two episodes is Reva. Reva, the insufferable Sith Inquisitor person. She is OP, of course, because she's badass. But she doesn't listen at all to her supervisors. I mean, at all. She even sasses and makes fun of her supervisors to their face. She is annoying as hell and angry at Obi-Wan for some reason. There's some background thing we haven't got yet. And, but why she knows about Obi-Wan, and all the characters in this show know way too much than they should, just across the board. There's also this other female character. Unfortunately, she's female. Just coinkadink. And she is also insufferable and doesn't obey and doesn't listen and runs off and gets into trouble when she should be like listening and being a reasonable person, a young adult, perhaps even at her age. And in episode 2, both of these characters, Reva and this character I can't name, are just behaving so ridiculously. it blew my mind. And they both were just, Reva is yelling and screaming, and the other character is just doing what she's doing, and I did not like the show at all. All right, so we got our annoying characters being annoying. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor. Yeah, his performance is fantastic. What did they do with his character? Yes, his character is beaten and broken. A lot more broken than at the end of Revenge of the Sith. If you compare the two, to be honest. He's a little too broken. He might even get a little more broken by the end of episode 2. But he's a pretty broken character, sort of renouncing the Force. So it's okay. I mean, he does have some moments where he gets to get into some action and things, and he handles himself pretty well for the most part and is pretty smart. So I can't say they gave Obi-Wan Kenobi the Luke Skywalker Last Jedi treatment. They generally treat him okay. All right, we got through a third of this thing, and it's pretty clear at this point it's going to be Reva's story. I mean, it should be a story about Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but that's two men, and we can't have that. So Reva's going to just get in there, and it's really going to be her story, her arc. That's the most important thing, I think, in the Obi-Wan story. So, unfortunately, if I can sum up what I watched, it was lots of talking, a good amount of running, and some screaming, lots of screaming. That's what I take from the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right, everybody. Again, subscribe and join our weekly group therapy sessions. I'm just the host. I just opened the door. All comments are welcome. Let's talk about this. I want to hear from everyone. All comments are welcome here. We just talk about this as we used to do in comic shops before we weren't allowed to for a while. All right, everybody. Let's talk soon. Everybody have a great day, a great week. Subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, I will see you on the new